The recent mind-blowing events in Boruto's life are inarguably the most tragic twists of the series. The way Boruto's life changed in a matter of seconds, it felt like he was cursed by somebody's evil eye. But wait, what if the concept of the evil eye has actually influenced the writers while coming up with the plot device Jougan? So let's figure out every possible influence of the evil eye in Boruto's life, as well as its correlation with the pure eye. Losing everything in the blink of an eye was the worst nightmare of Boruto, which has finally come true. The way he lost everything, it seemed as if he was cursed by the evil eye of some envious people. The bad eye refers to a malicious gaze or stare, which is believed to cause harm or bring misfortune to someone. This gaze is often given by those who are jealous of a person and wish bad luck upon him. Before confirming it was certainly Kawaki who looked upon Boruto with the evil eye, let's figure out how he was the most vulnerable person in the entire village when it came to witnessing a leap of fate. Boruto was born to Naruto, the 7th Hokage of Konoha, who had lost everything before his birth, but due to his relentless endeavor, he ended up becoming a war hero and fulfilled his dream of becoming the Hokage. However, the children of Naruto, who were literally born with everything that he lacked, were not as fortunate as him, especially Boruto, who was seen as a spoiled brat in the beginning of the series cause he had the privilege of being the child of a prominent personality. Nobody in the village was as lucky as him, since he was living the dream life of many people. This was the very first instance which made him the victim of evil eye. Everyone who recognized him as the Hokage's son must have been envious of him. It could be that most of them might have wished bad luck upon him, which eventually became a reality. The entry of Kawaki in his life was a turning point in his fate. The jealousy that he held for him ultimately manifested into the omnipotent spectacle, leaving Boruto with nothing. Now that we know how the curse of evil eye impacted Boruto, what possibly could get him everything back? Well, take a look at this. These are the evil eye talismans that are used to protect a person from the infamous curse. Now take a look at its Egyptian variant and compare it to Boruto's Jougan with the Kama on. The symbol is known as the Eye of Horus, and by this we can conclude the Kama has taken Boruto to a dreadful path where he needs some divine protection through the Jougan. But we shouldn't ignore the fact that how cool he looks with it. What if I told you you could also look cool with the comic attire? And that brings us to Chaos, the sponsor of this video. Chaos has got some of the most exceptional Boruto collection on the internet. The Kama jackets and trousers could instantly make you feel like you're the protagonist of your own story. The build quality of the garments is way too elegant, which instantly made me a fan of the brand's unique design. You could choose between Boruto Kawaki or Quartz Kama to shine on your apparel. Pre-orders are only up for a week, so hurry up and book your stuff with the link in the description. Seems like the talisman of good luck that will help Boruto in getting rid of the curse is indeed the Jougan. In other words, the Jougan is just the opposite of the evil eye and is meant to fix the flaws of Boruto's fate. The question which remains is how. The Jougan bringing back the boy's true fate by reversing the effects of the omnipotence would be a really predictable twist for the series. So what unexpected turn could the story take once the Jougan awakens? Let's take a look at the Egyptian symbolism of the pure eye to figure this out. According to mythology, there once lived two Egyptian gods, Horus and Set, who became close enemies of each other after Set killed Horus's father. Furthermore, Set destroyed the eye of Horus, which was later healed with the assistance of another Egyptian deity, Thoth. Coincidentally, Thoth looks way too similar to Kashin Koji. This could be some peak foreshadowing by Kishimoto. It's further said in the story that Horus gave his eye to his father Osiris's, and its revitalizing power sustained him in the afterlife. Implying this in Boruto's case, it seems like the Jougan is gonna help him in retrieving his parents. The eye could assist him to find the coordinates of the dimension where Kawaki sent Naruto and Hinata. Furthermore, in another account of the myth, Horus got his eye magically restored by a goddess namely Hathor. It is believed that she used her magical powers to heal the eye of Horus. What's even interesting is that she was known as the Mistress of Life, which gives us a vital hint to analogize the role of Sarada in Boruto's story. As we know, this heart-wrenching turning point is gonna make Boruto wish for death, and the only person for whom he would stay alive is gonna be Sarada. The role of Kashin Koji might be to help Boruto in unlocking the Jougan, and I have come up with a few theories for how the spectacle could actually take place. As we know, Sarada, being unaffected from the spell, has already foreshadowed her huge role in saving Boruto. The sun-moon connection that their eyes share could have something to do with it. We know that the moon does not have its own light, and it reflects light from the sun. So in Boruto's case, the only hope that will keep him alive in this darkened period of time would be Sarada. Moreover, the manga Mangekyo requires an emotional outburst to activate. The Jougan might also awaken in a similar manner after the closure and support of Sarada will relight Boruto's heart with hope. The emotional uprise that he will be feeling in that moment should be enough to trigger the pure eye. Furthermore, Sarada's Mangekyo might also activate because of Boruto, and here is how. I feel like the way Kawaki was portrayed in the glimpse of future, he must be attacking Boruto or his protector Sarada really soon. If Kawaki attacks Boruto in front of Sarada, it's very likely that her Mangekyo will awaken. Kashin Koji, who's apparently residing in Mount Myoboku, must be safe from Aida's spell. He could be the next master of Boruto and Sarada, and there are some really solid hints suggesting this. Kashin Koji is very similar to Jiraiya as well as Orochimaru, the people who trained Naruto and Sasuke. Not only he is a clone of Jiraiya, but he's also an outsider and enemy of Konoha due to his affiliation with Gaara. Just like Orochimaru, he definitely knows something about Boruto's Jougan, and this brings us to another mind-blowing theory. I once read a comment saying Amado's pills led to a high concentration of Shiba's DNA into Boruto, which has surpassed what Aida and Daemon possess. What if something similar has actually happened to Boruto? The only problem is that this theory is really flawed. That's why I have come up with a better one, so hear me out. The Jougan could be the outcome of an Otsutsuki god's DNA releasing into a human's body. Boruto was seen with this eye from the very beginning, even before the Momoshiki fight. We know that Oneri has some hand in triggering the Jougan, which means he sensed the presence of an Otsutsuki god from Boruto. The way Urashiki wasn't so freaked out upon seeing the pure eye could be taken as a hint that it is common for godlike creatures to bestow their powers onto inferior beings. Now the reason Amado gave Boruto the pills is kinda interesting. Remember how Ishiki had to kill hundreds of children to find a perfect vessel, while in Momoshiki's case, he ended up finding a compatible vessel in one go. This was only possible because of the Otsutsuki genuineness of Boruto, which makes his body bearable for a Kama seal. Somehow Amado also knew this, and that's why he decided to make Boruto the second subject of his experimentation. I feel like there's some Otsutsuki that Amado is trying to resurrect. Hear me out. It could be that some Otsutsuki god has rewritten his memories regarding his daughter. The reason Aida was able to confirm his daughter's existence could also have something to do with the effects of omnipotence. The Otsutsuki god, who apparently wants his mortal body back, must have turned the entire reality in his favor. It could be beyond memory manipulation. That's why Aida sent Ringen failed to catch this flaw. This also explains why Momoshiki got suspicious when Amado recalled the incident of his daughter. The scientist acknowledges the affinity that Boruto holds. That's why the possibility of the pills holding the DNA of some superior being is pretty plausible. Kawaki mentioning the daughter of Amado turning into an Otsutsuki could be a foreshadowing of his true motives. He's trying to create an Otsutsuki with the powers of a god, and Boruto and Kawaki are his test subjects. This explains what triggered the Jougan in Boruto's eye. The concentration of the divine matter that was condensed in those pills must have unleashed an enormous amount of power in his body. Once he turned into a pure Otsutsuki, the divine DNA began to converge in his eye, taking the form of the Jougan. So is Amado trying to revive an Otsutsuki, or is he trying to create a cyborg with godly powers? Let me know in the comments which one you think is more plausible. Moreover, I feel like Sarada Susanoo will take the form of the Japanese goddess Amaterasu, and Boruto's Jougan must have the power to escape time. Find out more about those theories in these videos, and don't forget to check out the Chaos store from the link in the description. I will see you next time.